I'm going to try something different, and I'm using a lot of different cameras to see which one's going to be the best one. So hopefully I can do this. So you got this Koala crate when your parents came and picked up your stuff, and hopefully you signed up for the subscription, and you'll be getting a new one every month now. So I'm going to put it together for you guys. Well, I'm going to put it together. If you haven't done yours yet, you can watch this to help you, or you can just watch it to see Miss Gross. See if she can make a video of how to do something. Okay, so here's our kit. Now, what I found out with the kindergarten kit is it's super important to read all the instructions ahead of time. So that's what I'm going to do. So we have our little instructions. This kit is called Rainbows, and there's several different parts of it. There's a picture, there's a rainbow tote bag, and there's a cloud pillow. And the tote bag, it says, is messy. Okay, my cat might come in and during part of this. Come on, Charlie, you got to move. So let's work on the stained glass art first. I'm probably not going to do these in order because I'm going to do the messy part last. Charlie, no. Okay, you can stay there. Okay, so it says you need scissors and tape. So I'm going to grab some scissors and tape. Sorry about that. I should have got that first. But it also says that they're optional. So that means that you don't have to use them. So if you don't have tape and scissors at home, that's fine. Okay, so it says flip the black frame over so the yellow side is facing up. Then peel off the yellow backing to reveal a sticky sheet. Punch out the black shapes. Step 3, create a scene with the black shapes by placing them on the sticky sheet. So you're supposed to make a scene. So since everybody's going to make their own scene, yours might not look like mine, which is great and just fine. So cover the rest of the sticky sheet with rainbow squares. Peel the white backing from the clear sticky sheet, then stick it on top of the rainbow squares. Turn your stained glass around to see your rainbow scene. Okay? And then I would think if you put this up to the sunlight, it will look really pretty. So let's get all this stuff out. So we have, I'm looking for the black frame with the yellow. Okay, got that. And I need all the little squares and stuff. So let's see, what are those? Nope. This has to be for the tote bag. Don't want that one. Oh, here's the black pieces that I can punch out. Let's open that one up. Okay. What I don't see here is my rainbow squares. Oh, yes I do. They're in this little packet thingy. Alright, so since those are last, I'm just going to leave them in there. You might hear me talking to my cat when I see him about to do something I don't want him to do. Charlie, no! Please stop. No. Okay, so flip the back frame over so the yellow side is facing up. Good. Peel off the yellow backing stick. So, nope. Okay, I already have a problem. Oh, I see. Let's see. No, that's not the sheet. Okay, it's a little tricky because these are not coming apart easy and I don't want to peel off the whole thing. So, here, but that was a little hard because I actually messed up and I started to peel it away the wrong part. You can see that right there, hopefully, in one of these cameras. Okay, so now I did the right thing, so I'm peeling off the yellow. Now, hopefully I won't get any cat hair or dust in this. Okay, punch out the black shapes. I think I should have done this first. honestly. Because for me, I have pets. I don't want their hair getting stuck to this sheet. So if you haven't done this, I would say punch out all these shapes first so that you're ready to stick them on the sticky part. Sometimes you can't always follow the directions exactly, depending on, but you need to read them first. Even if you're going to change, excuse me, what you do a little bit, you still need to read all the directions first so you know what's coming. Okay, and sorry you're having to watch me punch all these things out. I don't want to be in too much of a hurry because I don't want to rip them, but it has to be boring to watch this. So I'm trying to hurry a little bit. And notice I'm putting them on top of this plastic that that something was inside of. So we're going to make a cool pattern. We're actually going to be making a scene with these. So, oh boy. So you have round pieces, so you can make a sun and other stuff. You have a lot of triangle pieces, so you can make them look like trees if you want. These long pieces. I'm going to kind of, just to be faster, I'm going to copy a little bit what they have in the instructions, because they show mountains, cloud, trees, excuse me, and sun. But I would encourage you to get creative. So let me get this out of the way. So here's my, what's that? Oh, there was this thing here. Nope, never mind. I don't want to peel that off. Okay, so let's make a little scene. First I'm going to put the sun up in the sky. I want a big sun, so that, and then let's get some rays for the sun. Okay, and you also want to be careful not to get this sticky stuff on you. So I put the sun a little too high, so my rays are off the paper, which is annoying, but since you're sticking it on this, you can't really like pull it off. Well, maybe you could. I don't know. I put mine down pretty hard, so I don't think I can. A little bit. But the problem is that it's taking the sticky stuff with it. So that's all right. Okay, so there's my sun. Now let's get some trees. So I think I want to have some mountains in the background. So let's make these look like mountains. If they overlap, they kind of do. And I'm sure in art, Miss Phillip talks to you about perspective. Let's make some trees. I'm going to put another mountain in here. I'm going to take these skinny triangles to make some trees. And there's a tree trunk. I think I should have used a small circle to make the sun, but that's all right. And maybe one more tree here in the middle. I'm sure yours is going to come out better than mine. Okay, so cover the rest of, so we got mountains, trees, sun. You could do some other stuff, I think, if you like wanted to make a house. Maybe you could do one. You might have to cut some of the things. I'm going to try a house. So I'm going to put a couple of these squares together and let's see if I have another skinny triangle. Maybe 3 squares. And put a couple of skinny triangles on top for the roof. Ah. So you can do whatever you want. You could make a robot in it. You know, it's your picture. You get to make whatever you want. You do not have to make a sun and mountains and trees. You can make 2 robots. You can make people, actually. You can make a person with a triangle and a little circle. This is too big. I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to put a little person there. Okay, so kind of don't really like where these mountains are, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pull them off. You know what? I'm not going to. Anyway, so here's my scene. So it's a person and a house and some mountains and a sun and some trees. Okay, so now we're going to make it look colorful. This is the part that makes it look like a stained glass window. So in my little envelope here, I have my, okay, you know, actually I'm going to put these away. So one thing about especially working, like I have a small apartment and plus I have a cat that wants to get into stuff. So I like to clean up as I go along. So I have all these little pieces I'm not going to use right now. So, and then this thing, which is actually kind of a cool stencil that you could use for drawing. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to put the little shapes inside this piece of this little plastic thing. Okay, so now I'm going to get out the colored papers. Now these are small and skinny papers. This is tissue paper. So this is going to, first of all, there's a lot. So you got to separate the papers. And they're that thin kind of paper so that light goes through them. Right? Because we're making a stained glass window. So my cat's getting very interested in this, so hopefully he's not going to come and jump on this. Okay, so I want to really separate. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want that on there yet. See, this is sticky. You got to be careful. So you're seeing my mistakes. Oh, no. Ah! That one I'm going to leave. That one I think I'll leave too. So you can tear these because they don't have to all be square shapes, and you're going to overlap them so you can make colors. Even though we have a lot of different colors, it might be kind of cool. I know that you've learned in art about like mixing colors, so you could try some stuff. Like let's see, I don't see any purple. I like purple. So red and blue make purple, so I'm going to try putting a blue one and a red one down and then overlapping it and see if it makes purple when I hold it up. It does not. It just makes dark. So, you know, but you can play. And I messed up here. So again, you can see from my mistake that you got to be very careful. Maybe in different blue. Let me try overlapping these two. Nope, still not getting purple. But it looks kind of cool from the outside. Okay, so let's put some nice colored papers down. Maybe some other ones will mix. I don't know. This isn't like mixing paints, so it doesn't mean that the colors are going to mix the same way paints do. It might look different when there's like bright light shining through it. So all you're doing is putting these all over the place. If you put 2 like that, it's just going to make it too dark. But okay, so I'll say it again. Be really careful with these because they stick to this stuff really easy and it's hard to get off. If you want, you could cut them in different shapes, or you can just make end up making different shapes by the way you overlap them. Because when you look at this on the other side, well, not really. Okay, so if you wanted, you could cut them. So I'm going to cut some into triangles. So to cut it into triangle, you're just going to cut from corner to corner. You could also cut some different kind of, you can make them into rectangles, right? Because right now this is a square because the sides are equal. So if I cut them, down the middle, or it doesn't even have to be down the middle. Oh no! Wow. But if I cut it like this, then I get 2 rectangles. If you want to get really, ouch, my leg is bothering me. If you want to get really ambitious, you could maybe try cutting some circles. Totally up to you how you want to do it. This is way more paper than I need. So I'm going to cut a few more rectangles just so I have some different shapes. I feel like it's boring just to have all the same shape. Well, it's probably boring watching me do this too. So sorry about that, but you want to get this whole thing covered because like stained glass window, oh, okay. Stained glass windows, all of it's covered. Oh, I didn't get any of that nice blue in triangles. So let's do a few triangles in the blue. And a rectangle or two. And then you can save these papers and do other art projects with it. But I want all of this part to be covered up. And I'm trying to mix my colors up as much as possible. And then you will also get shapes just by the way they overlap. So, keep covering this up. I'm just going to start doing it really fast because I can't imagine it's interesting to watch Miss Gross make mistakes and just stick papers on here. So, let's get a little triangle in there, and maybe a dark blue rectangle, some yellow, there's no green down here, let's see, there's no red down here, how are we looking? So I'm going to check the other side. Oh, it's getting there. And some orange, oh no, I got orange there, orange. Do an orange triangle over here. But the idea is you want this whole thing covered so you can't see any of the sticky stuff. Charlie, no. And it doesn't matter if you put the papers on top of other papers. It's just going to give it a different kind of effect because now I'm trying to hurry. Okay. Again, want to get everything covered. Hopefully when you do it, you'll do it a little bit more slowly and carefully than I'm doing it. There's another space, there's another space. So I don't want to see any of these clear spaces. So everything has to go. I almost tried throwing all the paper up in the air to see what would happen, just let it land on it, but, well, a couple things. One, definitely that would have got the cat interested. And also, I was nervous about making too big of a mess. See, but yeah, you can see I'm just putting papers on top of other papers. We're going to put another sheet on top of this that is going to hold these down. You could also, I guess, be taping them down. Sorry, this is probably not that fun. You can always, since this is a video, if you're getting bored watching me just stick papers down, you can fast forward through this part too. Let's see. I have some space there. And let's get some red in here. And let's get some red over here. And I have a little piece here. Some green. Let's see, what else am I missing? Yellow up here. And still got a few more spaces. Let's get some blue, turquoise. There's another place I can put some turquoise. And let's see, there we got red. Let's get some green over here. And some dark blue back here. And let's see, some turquoise right there. Okay, I only have a couple of little spaces that I need to cover. Let's see, yellow. And again, please feel free to fast forward through this. I will not feel bad watching somebody else stick a bunch of little pieces of paper on something. Cannot be that interesting. I'm sure you have the idea by now of how this is supposed to go. Okay, what more can I do? I need a couple. No, I'm just going to stick this blue here with this other blue. I think I got everything. Okay, so pretty sure I got all the. You don't have to be this picky, I guess. I'm sure if there's a couple little spaces, it doesn't really matter. All right. No, I still have a couple more. Man. When you hold it up, you can really see it. What you missed. Okay, I think I got it. I did not. This is really... Okay, and again, feel free to fast forward through this. You don't have to be quite this picky. This is your project. You make it look however you want. So if you want to have some spaces, that's totally up to you. All right. Got them all now. So you can see all the spaces are covered. Some paper's sticking up, that's okay because we're going to put something else on top of this. You could also have taped them down if you wanted. I didn't want to do that, so. Okay, and there you can see my scene. There's the sun, there's the trees, there's the house, there's the mountains, there's the person. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, since there's still sticky stuff on this, is I'm going to get all these papers out of here before I try to put the back part on this. So just in case, I might want to use them for something else. There's cool stuff you know, you could do your own project and use these colored papers. I'm going to put them back in this thing, everything. I would probably put this in the garbage, but right now I just want to clean up my area. Make sure when you're doing this stuff at home, you do not leave a mess for somebody else to clean up. This is your responsibility. It's your project. You have to clean up all your stuff. And I'm going to put this thing inside with this to keep all my stuff together. Okay, put that in there. I'm going to put that back in the box. And let's see. So now I'm looking at the directions again. I don't know if you can see them. Now it says, cover the thing, only use about half the rainbow squares on your stained glass art. Okay, oh, we're going to use it on something else. So it's a good thing I didn't use them all. Maybe I shouldn't have cut them so much. See, I did not read all the instructions. Again, Miss Gross did this on her video for kindergarten. She didn't quite finish reading all the instructions, and then she made some mistakes. So hopefully I have enough left for the other project that we're doing. Okay, so it says peel the white backing from the clear sticky sheet, which is this one. So on this one, excuse me. On this one, there's this. So this has this part, so it's easy to see where you peel it. I'm going to wait a second to peel it because my leg is in a weird position, and this is super important. You saw how sticky that was. If I put this down in the wrong place, it's not going to be pretty. So it says peel the white backing from the clear sticky sheet, then stick it on top of the rainbow squares. If rainbow squares stick out past the edge of the frame, use scissors to trim them. Okay, so mine don't, but you could have if you just put them down really fast. They might be sticking out over here, so you would want to trim it. Now, this is going to be tricky because you want this to match up exactly. So I'm going to start on this edge Make sure the corners match. And I did not go far enough. This is what I'm talking about. It gets tricky here. Okay. Well, I already messed up because it touched down, so I can't do it. But I think this is good enough. But I have some wrinkles in mine. So what I was trying to do was lay it down slow. Like start at the end, lay it down slow. As you can see, I should have started over a little more. So I should have started more closer to the edge of the other sticky piece. But it's going to work for what we're doing. Okay, so it's fine. I could cut this, which probably doesn't matter that much. And then I'm a little bit concerned about this. Plus, right here also, there's some sticky stuff from the bottom right there that I didn't cover. So I'm actually going to cover those with tape. Just because dust, cat hair, dog hair, whatever's around your house is going to stick to that. And it's going to be yucky. So I'm going to take a piece of tape and cover that sticky part up. And it doesn't have to be this kind of tape. If you have the masking tape that we sent home, you can use that because you're not going to see it. And then I'm going to, since I got this part that's not sticky there, I'm going to also tape that down. Just in case. And again, missed a little bit there. So, you can see that, so I taped it here on the edges, and this is what it looks like. So that was the first piece. Now, the last piece, this middle piece, the rainbow tote bag, that says messy project, cover your workspace. And it has painting and stuff. I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to do the cloud pillow. And then maybe I'll make a different video with the rainbow tote bag. So, I'm going to look at the instructions for the cloud pillow. Peel the backing off the red rainbow sticker and stick it on the cloud. Peel the backing off the orange rainbow sticker and stick it on the red rainbow sticker. Okay, so you're making a rainbow and you're putting these stickers on top of each other like this. So basically you're going to do this, but you're going to peel off the back so they stick to it. But this time I'm going to be smart and read all the directions before I start. Continue to stick on the rest of the rainbow stickers in the order of the rainbow: yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Stuff the cloud with fluff. Ooh, they gave you fluff. Tip: push the fluff all the way into the bumps on the edge of the cloud. Okay, so what they're talking about is where's the opening? Oh, nice, it has Velcro. Okay, so there's a Velcro opening, so you're going to stuff that, and then you're going to, so you got to push it all the way in the edges like this. Right? And like this one I can see this is pooched down. I got to pooch it out. Okay, so you got to make sure it goes all the way, and you actually, now I'm seeing I need to stick my hand in here and make sure everything is out all the way. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to finish reading the directions so I don't mess up. Okay, so now that I understand how I'm stuffing it in with the Velcro, but that's going to be after I put the stickers on it. Okay, stuff the cloud with fluff, push all the way, close the pillow opening by pressing the two sides together. Enjoy your soft, cuddly cloud. So that's pretty simple. Okay. Okay, Charlie, you got to move out of the way. So Miss Gross is going to do this piece again because she did not realize, but her video camera, only recorded, I ran out of time. I wasn't keeping good track of the time. So I'm going to leave the beginning part where the recording cuts off, and then I'm going to attach this on the end. And you can see that this looked better before. So the problem is you can't take these apart. They're not going to look as good. So my rainbow now, because I peeled all these things off, these pieces got very stretched out. So it's not going to look so great. But I do have a picture of when I finished it before. And also you can see at the beginning, but when I was taking stuff out of the package. So I put the backing back on. I peeled these were all stuck on here. I had to peel them off. You don't want to have to do this. It makes it not be nice. So you're going to be putting these rainbow stickers on in the order that of a rainbow, of size order. So I'm turning these upside down so I can put them on one at a time. Now these probably aren't going to stick very good because it's the second time they've been stuck. I also have a GoPro on my head right now because I found that I had to hold my head in a really weird position to video, but I'm going to try it again because it makes longer videos. So what I noticed is that, so this little cloud thing has a Velcro fastener, and I noticed there's kind of a line where the Velcro, so I can use that for the bottom of my rainbow. Now I want to take the biggest piece and make sure that that's going to work before I stick it. So if I put it right at that place, that's good. I want my rainbow there. You can do your rainbow however you want. You can put it on this side. You could, if you want to make it crooked or go off the thing, that's totally up to you. Your cloud might look different. Okay, so we're going to stick all the rainbow on first, and then we're going to stuff it with the stuffing. Now, your stuffing also doesn't look like this. It was in a bag, and I'll explain why I pulled it apart in pieces, but because yours is going to be one big piece. So let's start putting on our rainbow stickers. So I'm going to take the red one. These aren't stuck anymore. Yours will be stuck. And I'm going to line it up with this line and press it down. Now I think you can see that it's a little bit, excuse me, I had to pull this off. Now it'll come off easy. But the first time it stuck down, it was really hard to get it off, and it messed it up a little bit. Okay, so now the next one is the orange piece. So I'm going to take that backing off. Now, don't touch the red part until you're ready to stick it. I want to make sure mine lines up. So you can see my fingers are here. I'm holding it above. Try not to touch the sticky stuff too much. I'm at the edge. I'm going to try to talk slower. You can also slow these videos down. You can ask your parents how to do it. There's a way to watch the video and slow it down if I'm talking too fast for you. So here's this. I'm going to line it up. I want it to be even. And again, you can see because I pulled it off, I got all stretchy, so it's not going to be as pretty as the first time. But I did take a picture of it, and I put it in the beginning of the video, so you'll see it. Okay, and then the next one is yellow. This one really got stretched. Line up the bottom. And shoot. Now, it will not come off that easy if you do it. I'm telling you right now, it does not. The only reason it's coming off easy is because I already pulled it off once, and so a bunch of the sticky stuff is gone. So try not to have to take it off. Okay, take the back off the green. Line it up on the bottom. Smash it down. Okay, try to keep your mess together. You're going to want to make sure that your workspace is clean when you leave it. Okay, the next one is blue. You can see here where, because I was stuck on the green before and I pulled it up, and you can see the green felt that's still stuck to it. So that means all that stuff, a lot of the sticky stuff isn't usable anymore. Okay, hold it above the bottom, get it even, smash it down. Here's the indigo. This one didn't get stretched too bad. Take off the backing. Again, all of this stuff is going to be stuck a lot harder when you do it the first time. Line it up, get it even, and the violet or the purple. Line it up, get it even. So, that doesn't look horrible, but it doesn't look as nice as it did the first time. So I'm going to take all these things and put them in well, I threw away the other bag I had for them. I'm going to put them in this paper that had the other thing so I can throw it away and not leave pieces all over the place. Okay, so now you got the outside of your pillow. So you're going to open this Velcro part, and you want to make sure when you stuff it that you get all the little sticking out parts stuffed first. So that's why I had that thing was like one big ball like this, and I tore off pieces so I could get them in the corners, right in all the pooching out places. So I'm going to stuff it, and you want to push it in there really hard because you want to make sure that there's no space that's not filled up. You can do this whatever way you want. Now you can see like right here, see how that's pooched down? You don't want anything like that. So I'm going to do the ends first. You do not have to do it this way. You can go right to left, left to right. You can do the middle first. Just make sure that you're pushing all the stuff. See, this is already coming off because that's what happens when you take it off and then put it back on. Before it was stuck so nice. Oh, yeah, I'm so sad. Anyway, so get your stuffing in there. Make sure you stuff it really hard in there. Okay, as you see, my cat is now running across again. And you can see this is just pulling off. I might stick some glue on it later to make it stick better. So definitely don't have to do it over. Okay, and I'm making sure that this is all, you can see my fingers poking through here, making sure this is really getting stuffed in these out poking poochy things. Okay, like right here, that's not full up, so I want to make sure that I get it so you have the puffiest pillow. And you will be able to get all this stuffing in. It seems like you might not be able to at first, but you will. So make sure. Get all the, yeah. So again, that's happening because I ripped all this stuff off to redo it for the video. That's Charlie getting in the picture. Okay, so yours won't do that. It'll be stuck really hard. Okay, so just keep stuffing it. Make sure your things are pooched out good or filled up good. Well, doing it, I'm going to do it till all the stuffing's in there. Okay. When you close it up, you want to try to keep the stuffing away from the Velcro. So, push it down and then put the Velcro together. And then you can play around with it. Yours rainbow will not be coming off. The only way it's going to come off like mine is doing right now is if you take it off and try to put it on again. Then you're not going to need glue, or maybe your mom can sew it on. I'm probably going to glue this. Okay? So there's that. So then you have your pillow, and again, yours will look much nicer because you didn't take it apart to redo it. Now, I want to say again, make sure you clean up wherever you're working. Check with your parents or older siblings or grandparents or aunts or uncles, who's ever staying with you that's in charge at your house. Before you start making stuff, ask them. Tell them what you're going to be doing, show them what you're going to be working with, and ask them if it's okay for you to make it wherever you're going to make it. Okay? And make sure that when you are done, you leave it as clean or cleaner than when you started. Okay, so I'm going to put this now. Obviously, I would be putting this maybe on my bed or laying. It's very soft. Laying down on it or whatever. I wouldn't be putting it back in the box necessarily. But for me, I'm going to clean up my area. And it should be nice and clean when I'm done. So there's no little pieces of scraps. Now, this normally would not be on my floor, so I'm going to, pick it up later. And then all my stuff is in here, so I can easily just take it and throw it away, and I'm not leaving any pieces around. And that's it. I will do the other messy part on a different video and probably put them all together maybe, but I'm going to post this before I do that part just so you guys can see it. So I hope this was fun for you. I know it was fun for me to do, except for when I had to take it apart. That made me sad. And talk to you next time.